Ooh, alright. I don't know where I got this bubble wrap hanging out, but yeah, put you there. Wait for a couple people to get in. Shave the Discord, yada yada yada. Hey, never agreed. How's it going? Trying to show you the stream right now. Don't mind me. Swap it over in just a second. Oh, what the heck? I put the picture on and everything. It's like, you don't need it. Oop. Yeah, I guess it shows it there. I don't even know anymore. Whatever. Actually, I probably should find that photo of the thing I actually need to paint. Need a reference for painting. Somewhere in my photo galleries. Oh, screenshot. 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 There we go. Excellent. Hey, Andrew. I guess I'll swap it over now. Boop. Hey, so what I'm doing today, we're working on this guy. Hopefully get the wings kind of finished up today. Then I gotta glue them in. The giant Godzilla custom parts? You mean the 3D printed ones? I'm assuming. I was about to be like, hey, Rick. We're gonna call you 2009. So that stuff, it was actually, somebody made the files. So, those figures, they were just like a one-shot thing that I did. So the guy made the files, I printed them out, put them on his figure. But I think in those videos, I had a link to his Instagram. So, if you wanted to buy them, I think he sells them too. Oh, dope on the Rodan. I really like that figure. The -1 Godzilla looks sweet. I like the design. I like the Godzilla ride, so it's cool that they went with that. Wasn't really like enough to like really sink your teeth in though. It was just kind of like atypical people running. There's some stuff of Godzilla. Bam, there's your teaser. I know I got to sit down with Arnaz to get his thoughts tomorrow. But if you just want quick, I'm excited. Looks cool. CG actually looks like it's an improvement over Shin, which was still good enough. It looks cool. I'm just kind of hoping that it's not going to just be Godzilla romping through the city again. But I do like that it's like set around like World War II time. I think it's cool to really like give it a solid 54 reboot feel. I just hope he fights something, which I've heard he might not. Yeah, but it would be cool. Yeah, especially he's a little bit harder to get a hold of now. The 24-inch 2014, the NECA. Yeah, because there's not really like a good substitute I could say to get either. Because there's like the jacks and stuff like that, but that's already not very posable to begin with. Okay, so got quite a few guys here. So what I'm going to be trying to do today, to varying degrees of success, is doing these wings in that color. So they're already orange, so it's essentially I just got to add the yellow for the patterning. Yeah, like those wouldn't really work for it, but they're still solid enough, especially if you repaint them. They still actually look decent. Yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I got, is that it's just going to be kind of like a different take on 54. Which I think is fine. Oh no, you're good. We haven't really started much yet. It's just kind of Godzilla been sitting here and we've been talking about uh, the teaser trailer from yesterday. Hey, Lady Draco. Oh, cool. That's kind of the nice thing nowadays is being able to find the joints for everything. For sure. Also, I totally forgot I have this little bag. Since I got a bunch of you Patreon guys here, I was kind of curious. I might have just, because Lady Draco sent in a bunch of stuff, and it kind of got me thinking. For stuff to do with the Patreon. So I have the little gremlin. I'm not sure. I might actually do like a custom with them. I'm not sure what yet, but I might do something with them. But anyways, I saved a bunch of the broken parts. And I was kind of thinking about making keychains out of some of this stuff. Just for giggles. Like, I don't know about, like, selling them or anything. Oh yeah, it's just a bag of body parts and a Funko Pop pumpkin wrapper. But yeah, just to show you guys. There's, like, random Kong head. There's T-Rex head. It's kind of just, like, miscellaneous limbs. And what have you. But I thought it'd be kind of cool to, like I said, do maybe, like, keychains for the Patreon. Or something. Worst case, I could always put them on Etsy, but that's, like, I don't think they would sell well just because it's more of a niche thing. But since we do a lot of the Hammer videos and I got a lot of spare parts, I thought it'd be kind of funny to do. Oh, I have him. I just haven't gotten around to working on it anymore. Oh, could do a monster. I don't know. Hold on. I can show you guys. Kind of what I was working on to begin with. Hold up. I gotta pop into my closet over here and there's crap all over the floor. If I can see him. There he is. It's got spider webs on him. That's how long I've taken for me to work on him. But, now it's back in the mic. But here's what I had so far. I know I wanted to add more to the face because it's just a Velociraptor with the Gigan fins on top of them. And then it's got like a couple of tails from different things. I've epoxy putty the majority of it so that the details are kind of blend. Yeah, there's like the effects parts. Or like I said, even doing like the keychains is just like touching them up a little bit. Right? He's pretty much a statue. Like, yeah, I even ended up like gluing the arms as such. But I gotta mess around with him a bit more. He needs a little bit more going on with him. So at some point I'll add some more things to him. Eventually he'll have a video. But we'll figure it out. From the side, there's the side view of them. Once I paint the wings, I will have to glue these in. It is kind of horrifying, but it needs a little bit more with the face. Like, the face is just a little too plain. For me, anyways. But like I said, he's kind of a work in progress. I had to glue it because of, like, how much epoxy putty and stuff. Like, I'm actually probably going to have to put a stand on him. Because... Oh, actually, surprisingly, he stands up pretty well. without any support. I could maybe use a little bit more weight on the head. It will help to keep him upright. Oh, like a helmet? I didn't see what parts I got. Like I said, I want to do a little bit more. I should have really done it like a two-headed thing. It's something I should have maybe went with. I haven't watched Dinotopia now. At least I don't think. Pretty sure I haven't. Oh, cool. Yeah, the 2019 Godzilla is really good. Oh, it's just a little, because like I mentioned with the Hammer videos, I like to try to repurpose some of the parts. I actually have another Abomination. He's kind of put together, but I want to put him in something. I was like, I remember seeing a Target. There was like these little bird cages, and I was thinking about putting it in there. Hold on, I'll grab that thing too. He's also in the closet of Forsaken Things. I think that's him. Oh, his wings are out. No. Where's your wings? It's really dark in this closet because I don't got any other lights on. There it is. So I have this monstrosity I put together too. Which is... It's kind of hard with the camera. I still gotta jerry-rig this camera a little bit better. But it's a Zilla Xenomorph Demon thing that I had some from that Destroya commission I did a while back for the Begone. I still had the wings hanging around. Yeah, as I say, I showed him on the Discord. He's still posable, but I want to kind of put, like, he has to go in something, like he's like trying to get free. So that's kind of what I've been working on. Oh, thanks, Chucky. I appreciate it. Glad you like the reviews. Hopefully, like I mentioned, getting back to doing more. Yeah, he's still alive. Like I said, it's more of, I haven't found something to put him in yet. So I haven't really messed around with that. Because to be honest, I might end up selling this thing, but I just thought it was, like, we had the broken head. Like I say, he's still posable. Granted, I don't think the jaw, oh, the jaw does close. Okay. I couldn't remember how much close I could get the jaw. But it does. Then I might mess around with it a little bit more. I'm not 100%. But like I said, I wanted to make him like a little demon. Kind of like, this is like the Zilla over top of your shoulder telling you to do bad things. And then also I would repaint it because I want it to blend. And I probably should epoxy putty a little bit around the mouths just to blend it a little bit better. Oh, you know what? That's not a bad idea. Kind of make like a little stand where he's coming out. That's not too bad. I kind of like that one. That's a solid maybe. Alright, well anyways, getting distracted. Let's get to these wings. So, probably this yellow flame will work because it's really bright. And that's kind of what I want. A custom Wendigo. That'd be a fun one. I got because the only thing I think of Wendigo is like really skinny dude with like deer skull head. It's kind of what I pop in. All right, have a go with Chucky. So the fun bit with this part is I kind of need a dry brush, but I also need to still have a design. This is always like the hardest part for me is like dry brushing doing random things. Totally fine with. Doing intricate detailing on things. And trying to match them between each of the wings. A little bit more of a challenge. Also trying to find the right paintbrush. I probably should have did this beforehand. But I have one that's just... It's flat but thin. Problem is... Oh, I think this one's it. Okay, I found it. Booper tells. Behind the laptop. Oh, yeah, the stag skull would be sweet. That'd be one of those, probably... I wonder how hard it'd be to find like an 8-inch kind of skull. Yeah, I might have to do that. Like I mentioned, I thought like the cage would be kind of cool because I was trying to figure out a way of like doing a stand but without a stand. So I thought like him kind of like holding on to the edges would have been neat. But coming out of the corpses would be pretty cool too. It'd be sort of just kind of positioned like this and having like a mound underneath them. I still would probably have to do like a rod just so he doesn't like off, but still be neat. I still liked how one thing I was really proud of was repurposing the feet for like tiny little wings. Okay, back on track. Getting back on track. You know what? No, that one I don't know. I never read the Pet Cemetery book. I know the movie, or at least the original. But real quick, I'm actually gonna go grab the original Mothra wings to kind of give me like some semblance of an idea of what I'm doing. Hold on a sec. All right. Let me figure out the button. Yeah, that break was a fun one. Granted, it took longer than it should have, but it was a fun. So actually, I grabbed the NECA that I had hanging out because I think design-wise, this would probably be a little bit better because it's got a lot more like defined edges than the Haya does. And with the blue and the emitting, I think it kind of gives it. This gives me kind of the look that I should be going for. So we're doing yellow, yellow, and then pretty much just little patches here and there. I'm just going to try my best to just dry brush it. Now I got to keep this thing a little bit closer. Yeah, that's true. It was just kind of like more of the situation of just a lot of stuff kept coming up while I was trying to work on that thing. Or at least hopefully this yellow shows up. I was trying to realize once I got towards the base here, it kind of is already yellow. Yeah, especially if you're trying to make something like a solid yellow, it can be rough. Because pigment wise, it's not a very strong color. Worst case, if I kind of jinx this one up, I can always go back through some orange to do the lining, which honestly might be a little bit easier than trying to clean this up periodically. So I think I'll probably do that. Just do the yellow dry brushing and then go back over it where I want to cut it off. Ooh, that sucks. Yeah, I was saying the drying, I don't. It's probably with the paint, but yeah, coverage wise, yellow sucks. Bright colors usually aren't great. Like yellows, reds aren't too bad. Like once you start getting to like the blacks, the browns, they have a little better coverage. White's also tough too. Like white is one of those. I just have to use a brighter primer with it. Because even if you use like a base normal primer and then try to go over it, it just doesn't want to cooperate. So even like with this primer here, I'll add a little bit of acrylic to it to brighten it up. Like I said, it's doable. The only problem is a lot of figures. Like, if you want to use it as a base, like action figure wise, you want to use them as a base. It's really hard to get something white and then keep like the joints and stuff from rubbing off. Like I mentioned, I'll come back through and because like I said, I'm going to try to keep this. So some of this I might actually go with a little bit of a white over top of it just to really brighten it up. That's why sometimes I try to dye the paint, or you go with a figure that the joints are doable. Should probably be looking up the scene. How all this is even showing up for you guys. I'm trying not to put a lot of paint on the brush. So that's why it's taking just a lot of passes. Because I really don't want to get a lot of yellow in the recesses. So I gotta dip it and then brush it off a little bit. Because I really just want the highlights to be here. Hello, Ant. Goodbye, Ant. Oop. Don't want to paint the Godzilla. It would be nice. At least like with 1/6 scale figures, you could kind of work it out with most bodies. I know with the rake, it was just the issue of finding something skinny enough that was really pale skin. Oh yeah, it's Monsterarts Burning 2019. Okay, so we got that. So those are the three. Next, we do this section here. And then I need... Alright, so that's kind of where the detail's a little different, is right there. But I could fill this in. Hey, Goji. Yeah, to be honest, the Bernie's probably the better option for this one. Okay, so I kind of need to go. Well, let's start here, I guess, and then we'll work our way down. And then it's kind of like at an angle. Like that. Yeah, they always usually got something going on down there, don't they? Oh, but what was... Man, that Cheetos always comes back. I thought it looked good. In person, anyways. I know the video made it super fudging bright. In person, it looked pretty close to this thing, to be fair. Alright. Actually, I'm going to go back over this just a little bit. Let's probably brighten this up a little. Couple spots here. Cheetos are good, though. They're usually my go-to snack while I'm at work. Okay, so I think, like I mentioned, I think I'm just going to do the diamond pattern, and then I can come back and with the orange and do what I want there. Add that little design in the middle. Also on commission a Godzilla painted like the leaked toy for the next movie. Oh, like the that Crimson Godzilla? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, were they fake? I was gonna say I was kind of disappointed with it when I first seen them because like they all just look like reused molds. But then again, I could see them still using those molds. It's not like it's probably gonna be that different. Let's see if I can get lucky and just... nail this little bend on the first try. Alrighty. Got that pretty good. We're going to have the little run right here that I'm seeing on it. I don't know, from what I've been told, spoilers, but the monster that... I think the figure, it looked like that, the Singular Point Godzilla they did. But they're technically... There is the monster from what I've been told. Like, that monster's still technically a thing. Oh, did it have the box art? I didn't even get that far to looking at it. I just saw the spikes. Like I said, I don't want to go too in the detail on it. But for anybody wondering, there were supposed Playmates leaks, and one of the leaks was one of the new monsters that's in it. Which has pretty much been confirmed. We just don't know 100% what it looks like yet. Okay, that's looks like a Malter Wing to me. At least pattern-wise. The only thing that sucks about doing these, it's like the time-consuming thing, is I have to do this pattern, like, that same pattern 4 times. And then I gotta do the tinier one 4 times too. But this one, the bottom's real quick. The bottom is literally, I just gotta essentially repaint the wing and then add the little designs. But I'm gonna let that sit there and dry for a minute. The only thing I'm really trying to be careful of is not getting paint on the fire effect here, because there'll be a butt to try to get it back off. Thank you, Lady Draco. Like I said, we'll touch it up a little bit just to add some color. And then, like I mentioned, there we go. Add a little bit of white too. Possibly some reds. Because it doesn't really show it on here, but I think like some like red. Since you're here, crazy. But around here I thought would be kind of cool to maybe like do like a little bit of red, or possibly on the back here where it's like the flames. Actually, probably be better back here where the flames like tapering off a bit. Just add a little more color to it. But that's up to you. Also, one thing I like about doing these live streams is doing this because it keeps me talking to you guys keeps me entertained. Usually, I play music if I'm just sitting here doing this by myself. Like I was painting this guy yesterday. It is a Nemesis head for a guy. I gotta, to be honest, I probably don't really need to do anything in the mouth. It's pretty shiny right now. If I get far enough on this, because I'm hoping to get the wings, pretty much everything else mostly done on this today. And I could try to, I don't know about tomorrow because Jessica wants to go do stuff because since I had COVID for her birthday, and then I was on vacation, then I had to go back to work. We're going to try to go do her birthday, the stuff we wanted to do on her birthday tomorrow. So more than likely, I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow working on more stuff because I really got to get started on that Zilla. But I also got that one last Godzilla I got to work on too. Yep, take Casey, go do some shopping. And then she wanted to go get food too, so we got to find out where she wanted to go eat. I've had this like In Flames song stuck in my head for a couple days now. I've just been sitting there singing, just humming the tune. Usually I'm listening to like metalcore or power metal. Yeah, I'm always down for working on stuff. Like I said, I gotta start yours too in the near future. That's the other one I gotta start working on. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if it's quite accurate to the movie. Because technically none of this is really that accurate. Because I know the wings were a little bit different. But I thought it would just kind of look cool. Okay, let's show... Yeah, that's kind of the thing I was thinking too, is because of the red with the flames. It would transition a little better. Like even around the base of the wing too, maybe. Because it's all sitting next to the flames. There's a little V thing, right? Probably will help if I was looking at the right side right side for this. And it's currently I'm talking to you guys. Casey and Jessica there's a parade going on in town. So my mother-in-law took them to go do that. So I can work on stuff a little bit. So I actually still plan on publishing a video today too, so you guys get a stream and a video. I just figured since I'm sitting here working on this stuff, might as well just record it. Plus, then at least this guy's progress has been archived somewhere on the channel. Okay, so kind of like right here, I was thinking with the red along these sections here. And then, yeah, I could probably do more like a white, maybe like blend the red, keep the yellow, and then like white towards the tip. Oh, no rush. It's not like I don't have a few commissions hanging around already. I still got to work on. So, yeah, got some time. And then add that there. That part may have came out a little sloppier. Do, 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 do. Looks good. A little brushing around there. All right, under section. Woo-choo. And fun thing is, I got quite a bit of commissions. And there's somebody like, well, I try to get more sometimes, but it all depends on the person. Because like, there was supposed to be like 2 commissions I had down, but then I never got anything sent. So I'm not sure what happened. Because I had like I was actually kind of excited about. I was doing a JP3 Raptor to look more like a JP3 Raptor. I was like, oh, I haven't done a dinosaur one in a while. That'd be kind of cool. Guy ordered the figure. And then it was just like, never heard back from him. I forget what the other one was. Something small. But I got a cool one lined up for next month. It's doing a, no, won't get too much into it right now, but it's another like comic book style one. Godzilla. That one's actually I get to do something I haven't done before. Material I haven't used before, but seems like it'll be good for what I need to do for this particular figure. And it's also a fairly intensive commission too because of random things. Favorite Thor movie? Probably Love and Thunder, whatever the third one was. Never really been that into Thor. Like, to be honest, I'd say, if anything, like the Avengers movies are probably my favorite Thor movies. But it's still good. I will say it's not a Marvel one. I'd actually be surprised if somebody guessed it. But like I mentioned, I will say it does require me doing a bit of sculpting, in particular on a certain section of the figure, but I can't 3D print it, so I gotta make them by hand. It's kind of more difficult to do on the upside down. Let's get the wing in the position. It'll give me a better look. The yellow went a little heavy on that one. Should be alright though. Hey, British Baryonyx. In a polite way. I thought like earlier Thor was more like Love and Thunder. I think is the best movie, but I like earlier takes on Thor because he's a bit more of a unique character in the earlier ones. That's the one thing like the Marvel movies, like kind of everybody. It's very quippy, and I kind of liked how like out of the loop that he was. Made him stand out a little more. I will agree. Norse mythology one's a little cooler. A little more paint on there. All right. So we need a little bit of you. Some of the people tuning in, if you weren't here earlier, but just trying to working on the wings primarily to make them look more burning, sort of similar to kind of like the Matt Frank pictures of doing this, plus using this as more of a reference template because the wing style is close. And I think for the flames, it makes kind of sense for the illumination. Honestly, if we're gonna go with any American Godzilla, I still like the '98. I don't care what people say. '98's still my favy. Because I would still argue that I say the best stateside monster movie we got is probably Pacific Rim. Oh, I'm just kind of realizing the undersection of the wing is a little different on this one. Interesting. It's got a the extra little lip there shows off a lot more. So in that sense, we'll probably keep that, and then I'll just use that as like a breaking point for the bottom. Yeah, no, I said this quite a bit on the channel, but like I always enjoyed the '98 film. Personally. There we go. All right, one wing set up. Well, majority of my setup. Wait, like I mentioned, I have to come back through with the orange, but we'll do that in a minute. And how could they? Granted, I would say the average person is not a general fan of that film, but I still appreciate it. Oh, Jurassic Park. Not even close. I was just looking on the wing. I was like, did I paint that part? I'm like, oh, yeah, I did. Okay, we're good. Do. War of the Worlds is cool. I always enjoyed the story growing up. And even the movies. I always thought it was an interesting concept. That definitely would have been, like, if you were alive at the time that was playing, where, like, you legitimately thought that aliens have come down to destroy the Earth. I think it would have been the neatest thing. Like, you just don't get to have that nowadays. Yeah, to be fair though, like with the original Mario movie, like I actually still like that movie too. I get why people don't like it, but I still like growing up. Like I don't know. There was a lot of those movies, like a lot of '90s movies. I never really quite understood the hate that they got, because I always just appreciated the different takes that they would do on stuff. Because even like the '98 Godzilla, it's not a traditional Godzilla movie. And even the director said he don't like Godzilla movies. He wanted to do something completely different, and I can appreciate the different take on them. Because again, it's not something like I've seen enough of him just rampaging the way that it was, and I just thought the newer presentation and it being more akin to like a Jurassic Park movie was just, again, something a little different. And it helped to add variety on the shelf too for collectibles. Hey, Goofy. Also, sorry if the mic spikes up really high sometimes, because I don't have a headset in, so I can't really... I don't know how loud I really am on this thing. I can kind of see on the meter here. Batman, Nolan. If I had to pick one. Although, actually, I'd say animated. If I had to pick one Batman to stick around with, the old animated series would probably be the one I'd go with. Movie-wise, Nolan. I was never like that in love with the Keaton. I don't hate the movie, but just like in terms of Batman, I was just like kind of, I just thought it was fine or good, but I was never like obsessed with it. We are making a burning Godzilla with the Mothra aura, like you see at the end of the movie. Currently, I'm just painting wings. So right now, just adding the details. And the nice thing about doing this too is I don't have to be super specific. I'm not trying to do all the different colors and integrals, just trying to make it have a pattern and a consistent pattern. The only thing that's kind of sucking right now is this flame that I choose on this side is making it a little bit harder to paint than any of the other sides, because the flames are much closer contact with the wing over here. But with the yellow, I'm just putting a little bit on the brush and just doing it a little at a time because I don't want to get a lot of yellow paint in the recesses of the feathers? Fur? Whatever this is. Although, Batman's another weird one. I'd say I'm probably in the minority, but I actually like Batman and Robin. Like, it's probably the one, like, if McFarlane made Batman movie figures, I would probably buy them. I'd buy those ones. Like, Arnold, Mr. Freeze, Uma Thurman, Ivy, the Bane. I would totally be down for those. It's actually just recently sold off the Batman ones I had. Because I was planning on customizing them and keeping them. But kind of just lost interest in customizing them, so. I would love a Batman credit card. I like Batman Forever too. I never really hated it. Although I will say Val Kilmer's probably my least favorite of the Batmans. Yeah, it's weird because like even on this swing. Oh, this is the top, right? Not bottom. Like the vein here isn't as, it's only predominant on like this one wing. It's kind of weird. What's my dream? Honestly, kind of doing it. For the most part, I don't really got like any more like huge aspirations to really look forward to. Oh, I was gonna say, if anything, poor Ben Affleck, because his movies are probably the worst movies out of the Batmans. But in terms of look and presentation, I would say he's probably the best. Like, he's got everything I want in a Batman. Problem is, he's had some, like, the movies are kind of lackluster. Though I haven't seen The Flash, so maybe it's better in that one. I'm doubtful, but it could be better. But I think as a Bruce Wayne and a Batman, he was great. Now, I'll be honest. I love Adam West's Batman for a laugh, but I can't say he's my favorite. Of all things considered, he's fine. I think for the time, he was serviceable. Like, next to Batman or Robin, he's probably the next best Batman for, like, a good laugh. And then I also just, like, I adore all the little gadgets he had. But personally, I don't really gotta need to ever really feel like I gotta go watch some Adam West Batman. Okay, so those wings are done. Pop these bad boys. Yeah, it's pretty much it. Like, he's just, it's goofy. I just popped that spine off trying to get this wing off. Oh, 2 flame effects down. 2 flame. Holy crap, why is that one in so well? Damn it. Okay, re-glue 2 of these in. We'll worry about that. Once I get the wings glued in, we'll worry about it. On a high note, these ones are quick. It's literally just 1, 2, 3. Oh, that'd be a sweet cup. For sure. No, I got a little paint on one. Q-tip, I choose you. I think I saved it. Oh yeah, there's a little too much paint on that one. Alright, move on to the next one. Oh yeah, like I mentioned, anytime I'm working on author stuff, Arnez is not allowed to be anywhere in the general vicinity of this house. Because bad things are going to happen. And I'd like to get paid for this. Not the most intricate commission I've ever done. But then again, it's also not the easiest. It's a very time-consuming one. Because oddly enough, in terms of paint, like repaints and stuff, like it's almost faster for me to paint a Godzilla than sitting here trying to put all these designs on a wing, all these details on a wing. Because in terms of size and paint coverage, I'm kind of doing about the same amount of work. Because I gotta use this tiny little brush to get all the detailing. That one's done. Touch up this one. You're right. Well, probably the most fun he's had is smashing that, oh, what was it? The bootleg Mothra? Did we break a bootleg Mothra? No, I still have the bootleg Mothra. I forgot. That thing hangs out in a drawer. Man, we should probably smash that sometime, shouldn't we? I remember I kept it for a reason. Because I think I was going to do something with it. And now that the Hayas are a thing, I don't really need it anymore. So maybe we might be doing something. At least I probably should do something with it. Problem is so tiny. I have to do something different with it. Too bad there wasn't a way of like blasting it with like electricity. Alright, so that's, I think, pretty good there. So we don't need this anymore. That's honestly probably my favorite thing on those. For sure. Was that one? That's why when we did the intro, that was like I think the first clip I ended up going to find. Oh yeah, it could be good. You don't, you know. Actually, I'm hoping tomorrow we're gonna. I know. I probably should just buy it. I think he was grabbing because he had to re-get Netflix, and we're gonna sit down and watch a con episode or two. Okay, so I guess we'll start with the mini wings and get the details there. So there's like this little V here. Not sure how well this is going to show up. With it being so bright already. Oh, the dinosaurs show? Actually, they got that NECA coming out. I'm pretty excited for that thing. I think my current conundrum with this is because I'm trying to get this glowing effect, all this little detail I'm adding is gonna be like, it's there. Is it super visible? No, because probably want a darker contrast. I have to add some red there. I think I'll be alright. Not the mama. Not the mama. That was my favorite show growing up. It's one of those especially when Casey gets a little older. I'm excited to introduce her to the wonders that is the Dinosaurs TV show. I have no idea what the sounds of thunder is, so I'm gonna go with calm. Yeah, line's a little thick, but I think that's fine. Same thing for this one. Oh, shit. Was it a blunder? Let's rehitting some of these parts a little bit with the orange just to make it pop a little more. Now my only conundrum is getting that detail right there. Like last night. At least last night was better than Age of Extinction, at least. Like last night was at least a watchable film. Somehow I gotta get this little V sort of here. Make a college try. It's gonna be a little fat, I think, but we're getting there. Alright. So these are set. Oh, my knees. 19. Give me 1 minute. I'll say my laptop's probably gonna hard crash while I'm trying to do this. Hopefully we don't lose the stream. But I gotta go on to YouTube real quick. Oh, there we go. That's how we do it. Hey, Spinal. Whoop. Did I do something wrong? Oh, no, there we go. Trying to fix something real quick. But it's being stubborn. Maybe I just gotta click into it. That's probably it. there we go. Okay. Problem solved. Did see the -1 trailer. It looks dope. I'm excited. Only real conundrum I got is it kind of looks just more of the same, but still excited. I think for this one, I kind of want a thinner brush. I say that and then don't see a thinner brush. All right, this will work. No, it won't. That's gonna end up just giving me the same thing that I just was doing. That should be good though. Or it's hard as a rock and I can't use it. Come on, man. Just trying to see if I got a thinner brush than what I was using. It's one of those like, I know I do, I just can't seem to fudge and find it. Yeah, whatever. Okay, we'll just do that. Yeah. Oh, the cow. Yeah, he does kind of look like a crossover. It's pretty much like the Godzilla the Ride. It's essentially the same, well, more or less the same Godzilla, but a little bit of differences here and there. But looks wise, he looks really sweet, and I'm excited. Like plot wise, it sounds like it's going to be kind of more of the same from what we've gotten. But kind of have to wait and see how it all plays out. I'll say the one only little annoying thing about this orange paint is it seems like it rubs off easy. It's kind of been like a yin and yang with God Mothra, because sometimes she helps, sometimes not too much. Kind of just depends on the iteration. So the big one, this one I need. Line there. Need a line there. Can't do much with that line. We need, for this part, I need a little diamond shaped pattern. Right there. That's pretty much about it for that. And then yes, there is sometimes that Mothra gets spotted by Arnez. It's pretty much how this started. I just touched the wet part. Alright, hold up. Oh yeah, I seen you got the beam. I have it printed now. I still got to clean it up and do all the after stuff. But I'm hoping to have it out in the next couple of days. Actually, sometime before I go to bed, I got to get one of the... I got to paint one of these. Yeah, we could. I did like that one. I almost wanted to have Lady Draco's and just run it over with the truck. When we got our box in. I'm going to Arnez's tomorrow. Maybe I could bring something with me. Like I said, I totally forgot about that bootleg Mothra, so I might do something with that one. Yeah, we took that one off the balcony. But like I said, it was a close call. I was thinking about hitting it with the vehicle. But Arnez was afraid that was going to cause too much damage. So we didn't do it. Then I need the diamond pattern, right? There we go. So one full one. Yeah, I get the random occasions of people that are like, oh, well, like, the people are like, people have a hard time getting them. You could donate them. And I'm like, well, they should have bought it before I got a hold of it. Simple, YouTube. YouTube is why there's a Godzilla stuck in my tire. Thankfully, the guy that works on my car, I know him, so he understands. You get something weird like that coming in. Benny's still around. We just haven't really had time to do anything with him, if I'm going to be honest. And at least for the foreseeable future, we cut back down on videos. The amount of videos we're also trying to get done. Just so, like I said, I have more time to spend with baby. And not drive myself insane. While there isn't really, like, that much going on with the giant monster community. Same with, like, Godzilla. Like, the extra figure newses. At some point, might get back to hopping on those. Might try to just find something for Zilla to do. In the meantime, it's kind of the same with Benny. So I was thinking about using Benny for, like, maybe reviewing certain stuff, like bringing back the anime reviews. Just having, like, Zilla or Benny do them. But just haven't really sat down and figured it all out yet. Alright, so there's that. Finally, we get the white. Benny should do the hammer. Let's use this white. That's a lot. We'll use this white. Those are really gotta clean this little thing at some point. Okay, so whites. Kind of look like it's just highlighting all the edges. So anywhere I kind of have a line is where I really want this white hanging out. I'll be honest, I don't know. I'm a little pervert thing. Yeah, pretty much. Do, do, do. Halloween, not 100% yet, to be honest. We usually do like a Halloween camping trip. That's about an hour drive. We go camping and I usually hand out candy and costumes. So more likely I'll be probably doing that again this year. Coke, if I have to choose one. Hey, welcome back. I still kind of. Oddly enough, it's like I don't think I've ever really sat down on Halloween to watch Halloween. I was gonna say I don't know, it got a little dark outside, but then again, it was like 7:30 on my end. Which is still a little early for it to be getting dark, but I did watch The Exorcist. I think The Exorcist was the only movie when I was younger that actually kind of freaked me out a little bit when watching it. Because I remember, I think it was my mom was like watching in the living room, and I was kind of like, you know how it is, where your parents like, yeah, you shouldn't be watching this. So like, you'll be in your room, but you're still like peeking out, kind of watching it. And I just remember when she like spider walks down the stairs, and I was like, yeah, I think I'm good for today. It's like, this doesn't seem like the movie for me. Just a little brushing. I'll probably come through and highlight it a little better with a bigger brush, but the ring I was cool with. Oddly enough, what was it? The first Paranormal Activity. I remember seeing that in theaters, and that kind of gave you like, I don't know if it's just because of the setting, but and it just, I don't know, feeling like it could be a little more real. That just like some of the scenes would just make it like the hair stand up on your back. Which is why I think I always kind of like the first Paranormal Activity, and then the rest of them not so much. Like, I think the second one captured them still pretty well, but no, it goes a bit off the deep rails after that. Oh man, I love a good horror movie. Caesar would be a cool one just because you don't see it as often. Oh, for a minute, I thought you were saying your favorite horror movie was Bumblebee. I was like, what was wrong with Bumblebee? Bumblebee was great. Grow a mustache? Can always buy a mustache. Oh, favorite Transform movie? Yeah. At least live action, I'd say Bumblebee. With the asterisk, I haven't seen Rise of the Beast yet. But yeah, it is the reboot. Revenge of the Fallen. And it's not a bad one. Again, kind of one that got crapped on quite a bit, but I had fun with that movie. It's got some of my favorite Optimus Prime lines where it's like, "I gave me your face." Do-do-do-do. I don't know with this. I probably would have took a break by now working on these wings. So one thing about getting older is, especially doing this stuff, like eyes just start to strain. That's why good old energy drink. Not a sponsor, but sugar-free drinks are still good. Well, preferably, I don't know if you guys. They have an energy drink called Venom. I love those things. They may be probably the worst energy drink for you, but sugar-free wise, I'd say Monsters are probably my favorite. Like a lot of the sugar-free Monsters are really good. Venoms, on the other hand, they have those like fruit juice ones, and they're only like $1.27. Sign me up. Snake movie, probably Anaconda. Just Primal Prime. And to be fair, it doesn't surprise me. It's like growing up, like when somebody would see Ultraman and they think he's a Power Ranger, stuff like that. Kind of reminds me of that meme where it's like first time. Oh, this is going to be fun. Gotta try to get this white paint down the center here. Also, my apologies if I'm not being super centered. It's really hard for me to see here, because I don't just want you guys staring at my crotch while I'm painting, but you guys would see me painting a little bit better. Because I tend to, like, a lot of the time I'll sit here and be like, I'll have it like up to my face trying to paint. So I usually don't paint this far away from my body. Thankfully, I'm not doing anything like intricate. Like if I ever want to paint, for instance, that Nemesis head, I'd probably have to rig the camera up a little differently for you guys to be able to see what I'm doing, but also being able to see what I'm doing. Oh, actually, I think it is raining. I think I can hear rain. Because there's a window right by my basement, right where I work at in the basement. Oh yeah, no joke. I have a guy that just started working at my job. And I forget how we got on the topic of Godzilla, but he has a Godzilla tattoo on his back. I was like, oh, that's sweet. And he showed it to me. And then he was like, yeah, I just really like... I was like, well, which one's your favorite? He's like, yeah, I'm not in particular. I like most of the Chinese ones. I was just like, oh, my God. I was like, I won't tell him if you won't tell him. Not too shabby. At least the patterns show off really well now. So that's good. Oh, yeah, no, I understand it is Japanese. That was the joke. That's what made me laugh. I remember being a kid, just like I would always correct people. I was just like, how do you get a tattoo on your back and not even know where he's from? And then it was like, it was a sweet tattoo. Don't get me wrong. But like it was like whoever tattooed. I felt bad because it was like whoever the tattoo artist that did it just kind of did his own thing for Godzilla. So it was like kind of Heisei millennial. It was like Heisei with like really spiky spikes, and the the scale, like his skin was more scale looking than like the wrinkles. But that being said, I guess the guy is from like down south, and he got the tattoo like down. It was started down there, but then he had to move, so it's sitting on like it's not painted on his back; it's just outlined. But no, it was a good time talking to him though. I'll show you some of the stuff that I work on. Should have been like, oh, hey, you like Godzilla. Do you know the channel, the Geek Chest? I always kind of wanted a tattoo. I'm a little too. I don't know. I want a tattoo, but like, I don't really have to get it on my arm. I always kind of wanted one on my back, but if I get one on my back, like, I want to be able to show it off. And I don't have the body to show it off. And if I did one on my arm, it would probably just be like a sleeve of just like everything that I like. So it'd probably just be like an amalgamation of a bunch of different characters from like animes, like Godzilla, RoboCop, Power Rangers, stuff like that. Which I imagine get kind of pricey. You're a monster. I will say it was an impressive tattoo though. Like it was like the entirety of the dude's back. Yeah, because my wife always brings up that she wants to get a tattoo. So she wants me to get involved. Because the other one I was thinking about was getting like, because it was always like the joke of like Godzilla was my first love and Jessica was my second. So doing like a tattoo, like the Japanese like Heisei Godzilla versus logo, but having it be my wife. So I could be one of those cringy guys that has a tattoo of their wife on their arm. But if I could get her name in kanji, then if we ever got divorced, nobody would know other than me. I could just be like, it's Godzilla versus some monster, and nobody would question me. Grant, don't think that would ever happen, but just in case. You can see kind of how the white it makes the details pop a little bit more. So that's good. That's good, yeah. Like I mentioned, painting these things a little bit more, like doing like this stuff's a little bit more intricate than the Godzillas. So thank God it's not doing like a legit Mothra wing. Jesus, I'd be here for all day. Like, oh man, I'm kind of blasting through this a bit, but Kind of helps to add to the fiery look to it, I think. I don't know, I was talking to him about it because like he really likes it. It's just he wish he would have waited so that he'd be able to finish it. Because now like you have to like go to like somebody around here and be like, hey, can you paint in my tattoo? Which I understand is kind of a little awkward. Like I was telling the guy though, like it almost like a lot of places probably just treat it almost like a touch up. Yeah, pretty much that. True. Because I actually have a guy that could do it. It's funny enough, one of Jessica's relatives is actually a tattoo artist. And he's really good. Granted, his style is usually a little more cartoony, but I think he would do really good on that. He did one of Jessica's other cousin's tattoos. Who also has a Godzilla one, but he has Godzilla clawing on his thighs. So when he puts his legs together, they're fighting. But he has like a cityscape and everything. It's pretty cool. Granted, I didn't think he was that into Godzilla, but he just like I think he liked it more for the Godzilla or for the Kong aspect. But he's kind of like a pop culture junkie, kind of like me. I'm glad you're a gamer. Yeah, like I mentioned, we're trying to do more of these, and now that I have a more proper setup, so it's not as blurry, and I can kind of adjust things if I need to on the fly. So if I really needed to zoom in, I could. And the picture's clear. We got more stuff going on the screen. So now I don't feel as bad about doing these. Oh yeah, it's coming out really good. So to be honest, I'm pretty much almost done. I gotta bust out some red, a little bit of a bigger brush. So for the top, I got a little bit of the white to brighten it up. I'll probably do like, yeah, pretty much just a little bit of white. Like nothing crazy, just right around the tips. It'd just be a little easier with a bigger brush. A little bit right. Alright. Last but not least, one more giant wing. Yeah, I've seen a few people do them. They do their own takes on it. I think the only thing I haven't really I haven't seen anybody using like the higher wings. At least on a high note, if you had $1 million, you could definitely get all the Monsterarts. You'd have a lot of money spent left over too, which is a bonus. Yeah, I was to say, I think there's a little fly hanging out, unless you're talking about the Mothra. Got a little problem with ants hanging around. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised Jessica hasn't called yet. Because with it raining, I don't know how much more of the parade they're doing. Yeah, especially like working, like doing these if you want to make them. Like, you got the money, you want to put the time, or got some extra money, you want to put the time into it. It's not that hard of a thing to do. Like, the only real extra tool you kind of need outside of just like the paints, paintbrushes, what have you, is I needed a Dremel to make the holes to put into the Godzilla so that I could put the spines in. But other than that, it's not too bad. Then if you just want to use glue it, I still want to reinforce it. But you can even just get like one of those little hand drills. Would probably do the same. Or get the same job done. Just not as quickly. Oh, Spider-Mans? Yeah, I'd say overall. Actually, I honestly would say Spider-Verse is probably my favorite. The two Spider-Verse movies. Full live action, Sam Raimi's. Right? It's animal cruelty. Trying to see, because there's that piece. There we go. Hey, big man. Bootleg Spider-Man. If I could pick one Spider-Man, it would be the bestest, most superior Spider-Man of them all, Spider-Man, because he is the emissary from hell, and it just makes him cooler than every other Spider-Man. And I don't think about it. That's actually one figure I don't have. Is I don't have the Marvel Legends one of him. I have the figure arts, so I haven't felt like I needed to get a hold of it. But uh-oh, the cat has figured out that I'm down here. So I hear him meowing. It's like, hey, Steve, Big Brother's still up in his pen upstairs. Because right before I decided to try to start recording, Big Brother decided to take a pee on the pole behind me. So he's upstairs in timeout until I get done doing the stream. Because he's a little terror and nobody likes him. Alright, see ya. Godzilla Minus One looks cool. I'm hoping there's something a little bit more to the movie than just the average Godzilla stomping through things. But from the sounds of it, it's going to be more like a reimagining of the 54 film. So I hope there's some kind of battle, or at least some kind of fighting. But that being said, I'm still excited to see what they do with it. Oh, can you hear the kitty in the background? I can see if I could grab him real quick. Because to be honest, when I get this wing done, I'm probably calling it good for the stream. So I got one more side. Hey, Servo! Get over! Servo! Hey, well, come here! What do you want? Ugh. The stream wants to see you. Adjust the mic a little bit. Move the camcorder. Alright, shoot. Anyways, here's a cat. There you go, Blind. I don't got a lot of torque left on the cable that's going to the charger for the camera. He is one big fluffy baby. Oh, now that you mentioned it, I could probably... Oh, he's a big fluffy kid. He is the fluffiest boy. He's also very demanding. Because he likes to just come down and just be like, hey, I want attention. Give it to me. If you're laying in bed, be prepared to have a kitty come and jump on top of you. Because he likes to pounce off things. Oh, that cat's gotten pain on him before. There's been quite a few times he's gotten on the table here and gotten some mischief. I try to be good and keep the paint up, but the one time, I think the biggest mishap is I had paint liner on the table. And I guess the cap was a little loose or something. But he knocked it over, it poured on the table, and then it got all over his feet. Thankfully, it washed off real easy. But I was kind of concerned that he was just going like, well, our cat's just going to have little black feet for a little bit. Until it comes out. I did see the updated one. Which is sweet. I don't plan on grabbing it. But it's great for people that missed out on the original release. For me, it's not that big of a deal if I have the updated one or not. But like I mentioned, it's still really cool for other people. We do have a Discord server. It's attached to our Patreon, though. So if you want to check the link in the description, I can send you over the Patreon. It's a part of the $3 tier. Get you into that. There's actually a few people that have been popping in and out of the chatter from. Currently don't have that many Patreons right now. I meant to do it last week, but still haven't gotten around to updating some of the tiers. Oh, you're good, Fatal. The only reason I have it set up as one of those tiers is just to kind of keep people... Like, I don't want a bunch of people in the Discord. So if you're willing to invest a little bit of money, you kind of like it lets me know that like you're not there to mess up everything, pretty much. Yeah, kind of like security in a way. Like if you're willing to invest money, you're not just like popping in to mess around. And also, it's kind of like a nice little age filter too. So long you just don't have a bunch of little kids just spamming a chat, spamming a Discord server. Oh, hey, speaking of the devil, there's my wife. Everything's assaulting me. Jessica's calling, and I got people messaging, and my cat is now currently on my lap. You need to go down. All right, we're back. Ugh. So I gotta wrap this up. Sounds like I'll have food here in a minute. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, we gotta add a little bit of red. Just the tiniest bit of red. Just at the base around the edges. Nothing too crazy. I can use this brush because it'll be fine. So just like right down here, a little bit of red. Like I mentioned, he doesn't want me to go too crazy on the red, so I'm not going to go that overboard. Oh, do you mean the mecha? Or is there something new? Yeah, let me get this wing set up and I'll check it out. Because I know somebody mentioned, like, oh, there's somebody that shared the. They're like, hey, there's the Monsterarts of the new Godzilla, the -0. And it's just like some dude's custom that they did. Because I've seen the custom before. Yeah, give me a second. I'll go check it out. Alrighty. I think we're good. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this stream. So here's the completed wings over with the design. Now just let them dry. The only thing you guys won't see on the stream is me gluing them in. But other than that, it's pretty much done. So the next video will just be after I seal it all. Be actual legit video of showing everything off. Real quick, just go check the Discord to see what Andrew's talking about. But I totally forgot where I sat my phone down. It was here. I seen it. There's the bag of body parts. Okay, you guys remember where have you seen my phone? I need my wife to call it again so I can find it. Is it in my pocket? Nope. Am I sitting on it? Nope. Huh. Interesting. Ugh. Oh, found it. Sitting on top. Always helps to stand out. Okay. Let's see. Discord. Oh, well, shit. Right. Okay, yeah, it's different than the one I seen. That's for certain. God, that was quick. Jesus, look at those splines. Sorry I hit the mic. Okay, so this might be my new favorite Monsterarts, if that's a thing. God, those spines are obnoxious and I love it. You know what it kind of reminds me of? You guys remember the poster for Final Wars? His spines remind me of that. His spines look so sweet when in like the Heisei color scheme. I can almost guarantee it's not gonna have a beam. Oh, that is cool looking. Oh, I just noticed his tail's got like a weird. His plates have got a little bit of a weird design going on. Well, hot darn. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a really cool looking Monsterarts. Probably should just leave my phone here so you guys can kind of see what I'm looking at. It's a Discord. I say is we share a lot of stuff in the Discord, so usually you like to be up to date on a lot of the Godzilla stuff coming out. It's one of the best places to do it. Oh, it's probably, if it's hit Discord, it's probably all over Facebook and stuff now, like Instagram, Twitter. Imagine you could find it on one of those. Yeah, we might talk about that tomorrow with a video. I'm almost surprised it's already like the trailer came out yesterday and they're like, bam, Monsterarts. The only thing I could think of is they had it in the works for a while because of the ride, and now that the movie's come out, they're like, here you go. Because it's the same Godzilla for the most part, just better look. Like, it's got a more updated budget to it. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this stream. So this guy's done. The next one I will be doing is probably wrapping up the other Godzilla, and then I still have this Zilla that I gotta put together, which we might start tomorrow. I might stream that, or Friday for sure. Like I said, once they start getting the pictures, like pretty much it explodes everywhere. Because somebody in that Discord is probably on one of like the many Facebook groups I'm in, so then it'll pop up there and then kind of trickles. Anyways, help us defeat those kaijus by hitting that like button. Subscribe, become a ranger today. Also got Instagram, Patreon, Pinterest, Facebook. Guys like keep up to date with channel, donate. We also have a Threads. I still gotta find the link for it, but we do have one. If you guys want to look us up on there. Also, if you guys like to get the Hayamotha for yourself in order to be able to attempt to do this commission, link in the description for Entertainment Earth. Help support the channel. Get yourself some of the Haya figures. They got the Super 7 Godzillas on there if you guys are interested, which I have on the way finally. I've heard mixed things, but I still think they look fine. From what I've seen, they remind me even more of Treadmasters, even though I don't know if that's really what they were going for. It just kind of looks like a Treadmaster style figure in a more Heisei accurate scheme, I guess is the best way I can think about it. Convey it. Anyways, see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Oh yeah, also there'll be another video. I should have the Dead Space one up here in a little bit.